What's up, guys? You are welcome to Dynamicom TV, where we publish news on politics, entertainment, celebrities, and metro stories. We have another trending news for you today, and the headline here is UN, UK rejects death penalty for hate speech. Alright, guys, please before I go ahead to read today's news to you, if this is your first time you are watching on our channel, please there is a red subscribe button below this video. Just go ahead, hit that red subscribe button and then click on the bell icon beside it so as to be the first to be notified whenever we publish news in the future on this channel, Dynamicom TV, without you missing any news again. Now the news in detail. The United Nations and the United Kingdom have opposed the death penalty clauses in the proposed National Commission for the Prohibition of Hate Speech bill introduced by Senate Deputy Chief Sabi Abdullahi. The United Nations described the death penalty as barbaric, noting that its inclusion in the bill was unacceptable. According to the bill, any person who violates the law shall be liable to life imprisonment, and where the act causes any loss of life, the person shall be punished with death by hanging. But the spokesman, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, Mr. Olusola Macleay, in a telephone interview with our correspondents on Thursday, said the global body will not support the bill, noting that a UNESCO advocacy group, Media and Information Legacy Coalition, will soon meet with the National Assembly over the proposed legislation. He said, "We are trying to pay an advocacy visit to the government and do some lobbying. There is a coalition working already. It was formed with the support of UNESCO. They are working to meet with the National Assembly to express their mind and possibly advise the government to have a different narrative to the issue of hate speech and fake news." Macleay also said the UN will lobby the federal government on the legislation, adding that what was needed is public enlightenment and education about hate speech, and not a law stipulating the death penalty for violators. He said, "I am not sure what the government needs now is a bill or an idea to shut down people or prevent people from being able to express themselves or express their freedom of thought or information. What I think the government should do more is to enlighten the people on what hate speech is all about." The UN agency said most Nigerians were ignorant of issues relating to media and information literacy, noting that a harsh law was not the solution to the challenge of hate speech in the country. The global body noted, "Every human being has a right to life, and you cannot cut off people's lives just because someone has expressed his opinion. Nobody is saying hate speech is good, but there is a reliable information and solution to hate speech, not in the form of life imprisonment or death penalties." Hate speech and fake news have been there for time immemorial, and it is barbaric to say now that we want to hang people because they express their feelings and or informations or what they had in mind. So consoling people or limiting people from participating in politics may not be the correct thing. As I said, the best thing to do is to educate the people about the need and the ignorance of hate speech. Macleay queries the government for not holding politicians' engagement. Macleay queried the government for not holding politicians engaging in hate speech to account, noting that Many of them had said things that could destabilize the country without being held liable. Politicians use hate speech words in many occasions, and the government is not holding them liable. The British government said it supports the right of individuals to express opinions and peacefully challenge authorities as an essential part of free and fair and open society, noting that it was following discussion around the proposed legislation closely. Commenting on the bill in an emailed response to inquiries by the Punch on Wednesday, Her Majesty, Her Majesty's government said, while it takes a strong stand against hate speech, which could incite violence and damage relationships within the society, it supports the right of individuals to express opinions and peacefully challenge authorities as an essential part of free and fair and open society. The statement signed by the Senior Press and Public Affairs Officer, British High Commission, Abuja, Mr. Chris, said, the UK government is following discussions around the proposed prohibition of hate speech bill closely and of its penalty as death penalty. He added, we take a strong stand against hate speech, which can incite violence and damage community relationships within society, but we disagree on death penalty over hate speech. We also strongly support the right of individuals to express opinions and peacefully challenge authorities as an essential part of free and fair election and fair society and open society as well. Alright, guys, this is a situation whereby in the country where you air your view peacefully or you challenge the government in authority, what they are doing that is not good. The government of Nigeria has in few time now tried to pass a bill of death penalty in the issue of hate speech. The government of UK and the United Nations is not in the support of the death penalty over hate speech. We have many comments here. We read some of them, and also we urge you to drop your comments concerning this article of hate speech and death penalty, which the legislation is trying to propose in the law. We have a comment coming from Crystal Kano. Crystal said, when politicians steal money, assassinate people, perish it, assassinate, when politicians steal money and assassinated, punish people for unlawful acts, etc., etc., it is normal. No death sentence. When you talk or complain, it becomes hate speech and you should be hanged. That is why it is called a zoo nation. This is coming from Madu Buko. Madu Buko said, in other countries where things work, this was enough to finish Alhaji Sambi Abdullahi political career. But in Nigeria, this man could be made the president of Nigeria tomorrow by the power that be. But why should Nigeria always be announced to the world for the wrong and evil things, which is very bad? It is either the war poverty capital, herdsmen, violence and killing, frugal money laundering, or Boko Haram violence and killing and IDP camps in a country that is not officially at war. Upon all the deaths that have taken place since this government came to power, the Senate wants to add more death by giving a purpose of death penalty over hate speech. It is sad that Nigerian Senate can entertain such a bill in a mix of Nigerians ravaging poverty and youth unemployment. Instead of legislating to solve the problems, they prefer to gang and kill more citizens under the issue of proposed consigning death penalty when somebody is expressing his opinion, peacefully or not peacefully, hate speech should be abolished in the bill. We must quit this ferocious cycle, restructure Nigeria so the region that wants more death can have them, and also put death penalty to freedom of speech. Those who want life and progress can go ahead and have them. This is another comment coming from Abdullahi. Abdullahi said, hate speech has been there for long, and hate speech will continue to be there for long. The government of Nigeria is a zoo country where if you express your feelings over the authorities of the government, it becomes a hate speech, and now they are putting it as a death penalty by hanging. This is coming from Oluwa Tosi. Oluwa Tosi said, our leaders are short-sighted. I think what they should have done is to find out what brought about so much hatred and what brought about the hate speech that brought about so much hatred that brought about hate speech in the country, rather than making laws to shut the mouth of the people who are able to speak out. A hungry man is an angry man. This killer's law should be challenged and to be channeled to corruption and other serious atrocities by our politicians. Our politicians promise hell over here when they are campaigning. As soon as they went into the office, they now began to see the people as fools. Now they are passing bill concerning freedom of expression, calling it hate speech and a punishable law by hanging, which is very bad. No wonder people calling this country a zoo. This cannot happen in an developed country. Look at what the UN and the UK is saying. In a country where we are practicing democracy and you are giving us a law of free speech by death by hanging, stupid cabals are in the office. This is coming from Daniel Alex. Daniel Alex said, frankly speaking, Nigerian politicians should be stoned to death. They are the most corrupt, insensitive human beings. I have never seen such people in the world. Imagine how quick they are in discussing a useless bill. Why can't they pass a death sentence bill for looting public treasure, for diverting constituency funds into private accounts, for not implementing a national budget of billions of dollars? The number of innocent souls sent to their early grave by these demonic politicians through non-payment of salaries, pensions, and gratitudes are too numerous to mention. I guess it's high time Nigerian citizens live up to their foreign counterparts to demand good governances from these empty criminals and cabals and stone them to death because they need the death which they are proposing to the people who speak their rights. Alright guys, there are a lot of comments concerning this article and we only have to take one of them now because of time. This is coming from Amarachi. Amarachi said, a government shutting down her borders, not minding its effect on her citizens. A government promoting corruption gradually. A government increasing tax, not minding the survival of her people. A government that has borrowed so much money, yet it does not in any way translate to the well-being of her people. No improvement on roads, electricity, water, and etc. All of course, they can make any law because as much as they know it, we don't deserve to live good. The only people that deserve to live good is those cabals and their families in Aso Rock. We deserve what we have as I maintain it because we voted them into the power they are grumbling with. There is no problem. God is watching. God will punish all of you there that is putting a bill saying anyone that speak out his or her opinion is now called hate speech and sentenced to hanging. God in heaven will punish all of you idiots in cabals clothes. Alright guys, this is comment of everyone's opinion, and that is what we say. You have your opinion to make. You have your opinion to air online. Drop your comment and do not forget, it is your right to say your opinion concerning this article. And the UK and UN is not happy concerning the hate speech and death penalty that is being legislated in the Senate. Meanwhile, it is in your opinion